I'm here at the Land's End, which is at the end of the Homer Spit. It's one of the classic locations that they have. But I'm about to meet Terry Noffsinger, who rode in this morning at 3:30 on his gorgeous red bike that he's about to pull in, and I'll take a shot of that. And then here I are going to sit down here at the lounge at the Land's End, and I'm going to share with you, or he's going to share with you, his journey. All right, we'll talk soon. All right, there he is. All right, he placed the park and we'll go in. So we're sitting here having a couple of beers, or I'm having a beer and you're having a Mickey's, and you're telling me some stories of deprivation and navigation and magnificent views. One of the first things I want you to share is that deprivation sleep story.
Yeah, it was interesting. When you're going down, it's like middle of the night and you're driving down the road, and especially like in Arizona, we were up in the mountains and I'm going down and you see a rabbit run across in front of you and it turns around and it waves at you. It's like, no, that's not right. You know there's something wrong. And then you go around another corner and there's a little guy standing and you're in the middle of nowhere and you kind of shake your head and it's like, oh no, there's something definitely wrong, you know. It's the things you see though, it's like the trees turn into animals or different shapes, and like one time I'm going down the road and the trees kept turning into chickens and they were like trying to peck at me as I was driving by. It's like, I know there's something wrong here. You know. One time it was this like little tin men and soldiers along the road, and then when I shook my head, there was a full-size elk standing right smack in front of me, and it's like, what do I do now? And I realized that it was on a curve. So I was able to look up, and then I finally realized, well, no, she's across, but I'm headed for her anyway.
Right.
And turn. And that was the time I decided, okay, I went around the next bend, and I just found a turnout, pulled off, threw a tarp down, threw a sleeping bag down, and that was it.
That was it.
But
that was
it's amazing some of the tricks your mind does to you while you're going, like a going through one town and there's a junction box and a light, a little blue sign. As I go by, it turns into the Tin Man holding a beer. It's like, and I don't drink beer. It's like, you know, it's like a margarita maybe, but not a beer. You know.
And now, and you said that just some of the views were just incredible.
Oh, yeah. It's Canada. I couldn't believe how beautiful it is up there. And just seeing all the animals, the elk, the bear. I saw a couple of big grizzly bears. Woo. About 4 black bear right alongside the road. One big grizzly was going across the road and everybody was stopping. I'm sitting there on a motorcycle as a bear was walking across the road thinking, yeah, okay, I'm going to be the next Harley sandwich. You know, I'm telling everybody, let's kind of keep moving. I'm not too thrilled about sitting in the middle of the road with a bear coming across.
Now, were there parts of Canada where you were just like the only one on the road for miles or hours? Or?
Yeah, once I got past, what's it called, Destruction Bay, I believe it is, or Demolition Bay, something like that. I was riding kind of with one guy, and once I left him, I didn't see anybody for, a whole day or so.
Wow.
It was like I rode the whole way.
Have you ever had that?
I rode it all the way into Fairbanks.
Wow.
Actually, for almost 24 hours until I got to home. It was the last time I saw somebody.
Have you ever experienced like a whole day of riding where no one's been around, not a car, not a soul, not another biker?
No, I'd always end up with somebody somewhere. But Arizona, there was a long stretch across the desert. I didn't see anybody for, I bet you, 14 hours.
Wow.
There was there might have been a car, but I mean, as far as another rider, no, I didn't know where I was at. Not until it got dark and I started seeing things, and then I saw a couple other riders there.
And how was, what were some of the thoughts going on in your head?
Well, you do a lot of soul searching, that's
I bet
for
you
sure.
do.
You know, you start thinking about everything, the wife, kids, what you could have done better in life, you know.
It's a journey. It's a journey.
Yeah, you start thinking about how neat it would be to be living wherever you're riding through. Because some of the country, I mean, I like the desert, I love the mountains, love the ocean, and you know, anywhere where it's open and kind of like a free area. I like.
Now, have you ever been to Alaska?
Only when I was a little kid, but not since I've been grown up. And it's definitely an experience.
Yeah.
I told my wife we're going to have to come up here. And
Good.
I'll bring an RV next time. And
Let me ask you this. You know how when you come into Homer, right? And you're coming that first turn and you see just the town way at the bottom of the mountain. What's that like riding in on your bike going down that big mountain until you get to the town?
It's like well, we knew it was the end of the road, so
Yeah.
it was just like a big gleaming light. When you come around the bend, you kind of look down. And at that time, I happened to be really tired, but
Yeah.
it was just like, I can see it now. Now I can get
Oh,
there, you know,
man.
you get all excited and going, yeah, I mean, everything kind of starts pumping back up and you get excited like, oh,
my
I'm getting
God,
there.
I'm
you
doing
know,
it, I'm
it's
doing
that last little bit to get there.
Oh my gosh, and you got in at 3:30?
Yeah, 3:30. I think my actual check-in time was 3:39.
And what was the sky like at 3:30?
Still daylight and cloudy. Yeah, I don't think I ever really saw, when I was coming across the Yukon,
Yeah.
I saw the sun kind of dip down and dip right back up within an hour. You know, I never did. I didn't even need my headlight on, really.
Right.
I mean, it was on, but it was not dark enough to where you really needed it.
Wow.
That was strange. I drove into the sunset for like 9 hours straight. You know.
Wow. And Terry, one last thing. I gotta know, would you do it again?
Oh, in a heartbeat.
All right. All right.
Yeah,
Very good.
No question there. In a heartbeat, I'd do it again.
Awesome. Awesome. All right. Cool. All right. Well, there is Terry's story, and this will be up shortly, and you'll enjoy his story, just like all the riders that are coming in these next couple of days, having the most amazing experience of their life.